Three's a Crowd was a sitcom produced as a spin-off and continuation of Three's Company, and it aired on ABC from September 25, 1984 until April 9, 1985. When Jack Tripper met Vicky Bradford and fell in love, it led to a marriage proposal in the last episodes of Three's Company. However, due to her parents' divorce, Vicky doesn't believe in or want to get married, but is still willing to live with Jack. So they end up moving into the apartment above Jack's restaurant, but Vicky's disapproving father buys the building and becomes the new owner. He is constantly dropping in to disrupt their relationship. Thus, Three's a Crowd. But what happened to the cast after the show ended? John Ritter played Jack Tripper, the lovable, clumsy restaurant owner that is engaged to Vicky Bradford. After the show was canceled, he went back to television on a show called Hooperman, which aired from 1987 to 1989. Then he starred in the movies Skin Deep, Problem Child 2, Noises Off, Sling Blade, and Bride of Chucky. He was in many made-for-TV movies too, including Stephen King's It, Danielle Steele's Heartbeat, and It Came from the Sky. He also guest starred on TV shows like Felicity, Ally McBeal, Scrubs, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Law & Order Special Victims Unit. In 2000, he co-starred with Henry Winkler in Neil Simon's The Dinner Party on Broadway. His last television role was in 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, which ran for 3 seasons until his death. On September 11, 2003, as he rehearsed for the show, he suddenly became ill and was rushed to the hospital. Initially, he was treated for a heart attack, however his condition quickly worsened. He died from an undiagnosed aortic dissection later that night, just 6 days shy of his 55th birthday. Mary Carteret played Vicky Bradford, Jack Tripper's live-in girlfriend and flight attendant. After the sitcom ended, she landed the recurring role of Margaret Turner on Night Court. She owned her own restaurant in Los Angeles in the 1990s called Mary's Lamb, and it was frequented by many celebrities. She also was in the movies Stewardess School and The Rat Pack. In 1999, she left California and moved back home to Connecticut to take care of her mother who had suffered a stroke. Following her mother's death 8 years later, she started a dance company with 2 of her childhood friends. Now she teaches tap and ensemble dance classes at Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts in Hartford, Connecticut. She also owns and runs an antique store called Nug & Bug Antiques and Collectibles. Alan Campbell played E.Z. Taylor, Jack's eccentric assistant chef at the bistro. After the series ended, he co-starred for 5 seasons as Assistant District Attorney Derek Mitchell on the crime drama Jake and the Fat Man. He guest starred on numerous television shows like Matlock, All My Children, Law & Order SVU, and Homicide: Life on the Street. He also established himself as a stage actor, having appeared on Broadway in Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Sunset Boulevard in 1994, Contact in 2002, and Mamma Mia in 2014. He has also been in many off-Broadway shows like Book of Days, A Vow, and Hello Again. He has been married twice and has 1 child. He and his second wife opened the Lauren Kennedy and Alan Campbell Theater, which created a theater program at Barton College in Wilson, North Carolina. Robert Mandan played James Bradford, Vicky's wealthy father that doesn't approve of Jack, and he constantly tries to disrupt his and Vicky's relationship. After the show ended, he guest starred on The Facts of Life, The Golden Girls, and Who's the Boss. He was also a familiar face on quite a few game shows during the 1980s. During the 1990s, he appeared in Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Married with Children. He then found recurring and guest roles on soap operas like Santa Barbara, Days of Our Lives, and later General Hospital. Mandan was married to his wife Sherry Dixon in 1963, up until his death on April 29, 2018, following a long battle with cancer. Robert Mandan was 86 years old. Jessica Walters played Claudia Bradford, Vicky's mother and James's ex-wife. After the sitcom ended, she appeared in shows like Beverly Hills 90210, Babylon 5, Just Shoot Me, and she was the voice of Fran Sinclair in the comedy Dinosaurs. From 2003 to 2006, she appeared in her biggest role as a scheming alcoholic socialite matriarch, Lucille Bluth, on the series Arrested Development, and was on the show again when it was revived by Netflix in 2013. She also guest starred on the sitcoms Rules of Engagement, Law & Order SVU, and Law & Order Criminal Intent. In 2011, she starred in the TV Land sitcom Retired at 35, and followed that up with another TV Land show called Jennifer Falls. Walters was the voice of Spy Master Mallory Archer on the animated series Archer that ran on FX. She was married twice and had one child. Jessica Walters died in her sleep on March 24, 2021, from undisclosed causes at the age of 80. Peter Cullen played the airline captain and was only in 2 episodes of the show. After the program ended, he was widely known for voicing Optimus Prime in Transformers, the animated TV series. He also did more voiceover work for the series Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs, Vehicle Voltron, G.I. Joe, the movies Gremlins and Predator, and he also provided the voice for the evil Car in Knight Rider. He also lent his voice to many film trailers and television commercials. In 2008, he reprised his role as Car in the first season of the reboot Knight Rider series, and has also been the voice of Optimus Prime in all of the Transformer movies. Peter Cullen has never married, but he does have 4 children. Melinda Fee played Miss Cartwright in just 1 episode on Three's a Crowd. After the show ended, she served as a temporary replacement for Brenda Dixon, playing Jill Foster Abbott on The Young and the Restless. She then showed up in the movie A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge in 1985. She starred as Olivia Wells on the soap opera Santa Barbara from 1987 to 1988, while also making guest appearances on shows like Knight Rider, Matlock, and Beverly Hills 90210. In 1991, she had 2 of her final roles, with the films Changes and California Casanova. Melinda Fee was married 1 time and died on March 24, 2020, at the age of 77. Billy Bird played Aunt May in 1 episode of the show. After Three's a Crowd ended, she went on to movie roles in 16 Candles, Ernest Saves Christmas, Police Academy 4, Home Alone, and Dennis the Menace. During the 1980s, she also made many guest appearances on shows like Silver Spoons, Who's the Boss?, Knots Landing, and Benson. She also played Margie in the show Dear John from 1988 to 1992. Her last film role was in the 1995 Pauly Shore movie Jury Duty, and her last appearance on TV was on the sitcom George and Leo in 1997. She was married 4 times and had 3 children. She retired from acting in 1997, and she died on November 27, 2002, at the age of 94, after several years battling Alzheimer's disease. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist. While you're at it, hit subscribe and share Recollection Road Entertainment with someone you know. As always, thank you so much for watching.